beautiful.
Hello, lovers of the world. This is Sinta speaking. Today is April 12, Wednesday. It won't be Wednesday for very long because it is 11:18 p.m. I wanted to just rant a little bit. I am currently working to prepare for Overload, which is in like 2 days, and it is a 2-day event. In the past, it's only been one, but this is the first year that they've extended the event to 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. And for those who don't know, Overload is an event where artists can sell their like fan art, I guess. I don't know how best to describe. It's a convention basically for people who enjoy anime and manga and cosplaying and I guess anything else that kind of falls into geeky culture, fandomy space. And I'm tabling again this year. This is I think the third year that I'm doing it. And I'm kind of stressed out because I've been, for the past week, trying to work to create art to sell on that day. And I'm really behind. Just wanted to get my thoughts in order, I guess. Because tomorrow is when I plan on printing off all of the stuff that I need to create into Zine pages, which is one of the things I'm selling. But the thing is, I haven't completed the actual Zine that I needed to create. So I had this idea for a Zine that was centered around the story of Cinderella told using Taylor Swift lyrics, and I'm still really proud of that idea. And I'm not even halfway done with the Zine pages, and I had another idea for a New Jeans themed collage spread, magazine spread. Anyway, I'll show you what I have at the moment. This isn't everything, but I have some prints that I've made over the past couple of years that I can sell, and I also have basically in the past I had started off making designs with the intent of being more sustainable, reusing recycled materials and creating art in the meantime, and making sure that it kind of stays out of the landfill and stuff. So I had promised myself I wasn't going to reproduce designs but I kind of caved and I did just that. So at the moment I've got 2 Zines. I still have more, but I haven't stapled them together yet. And here they are. This one is about Harry Styles because I was really into his album last year, and I don't know, the actual, when I made the collage, it just came out of nowhere, so that was really interesting. I'm not even that big of a Harry Styles fan, but I ended up making it anyway. And then I also made this climate change Zine about being more sustainable, I guess, which is ironic because I have a lot more of these than the other ones. So yeah, I mean, it's not very anime manga related, honestly, but I keep telling myself this. I think it's just because I feel insecure about being an overload when I'm not really focused on making anime manga related adjacent stuff. But that's the thing, that was one of the pros and cons with these kinds of events, right? So I've applied to a bunch of other artist markets, crafts markets in the past, and I've always gotten rejected because my art wasn't really good, which is fair enough. Obviously you want to prioritize the more established artists out there, and I'm not going to stop applying for these spots, but that kind of market is probably where I should be going to in the first place, because my artistic direction obviously fits into their artistic identity as a market more. But for whatever reason that may be, I'm not going to those because I'm not in the artist community and I am just rejected. But the thing with Overload is that as long as you can pay their entry fee, then I deserve to be there just as much as they do. So that's why I like Overload, because I just don't have to worry that much about my art being up to snuff to be able to earn a spot there. I just have to fork over the cash, and I kind of like that. There's a sense of anybody can be there regardless of skill or whatever, as long as you've got the money. So I guess capitalism actually having some perks. I don't know. So there's that. This is the stuff that I needed to scan tomorrow. So basically I've been trying to work on my Cinderella Zine for basically like for ages. And I came up with this new jeans design fairly recently. And I because I've been working on the Cinderella one for so long, I was like, oh my god, I need to step away from it for a bit and take a break. And then so I was like, okay, I'll just collage some new jeans, the new jeans design. And then I ended up collaging like 3 pages in like one night, and I was like, whoa. So here's one of them. What does that say? Oh my guys, I was really hoping that you... So I also plan on selling the originals as like prints. I don't know who will want them, but I certainly don't want to keep them. Here's another one. This one's more anime-y because I have this manga sampler that I've repurposed into my collaging. I'm actually quite proud of how these turned out. And then here are the Cinderella designs that I made the past couple of days. Here's one. Ta-da! So it's gonna be like that. Yeah. This one's 2 pages as well. And by the way, I'm going out tonight. Best believe I'm still bejeweled. I'm actually super proud of this like idea, and I'm looking forward to seeing the final product, but it's just getting to that final product that is like driving me crazy. As for the actual 2 days of the overload event, I plan on having footage for both days, but not a lot. If you've seen my past videos, whenever I've done these types of tabling events, you'll know that I don't really do a lot of vlogging on the day itself because I feel a certain type of way about other people being in my vlogs. I don't know, I'm very like particular about the privacy of other people. I don't really want to film too much while I'm there when like random strangers can walk in and out of the frame and I can't control like who's there and who's not. Friday, not anymore actually, it is 1:50 a.m. on a Friday. Overload is literally in like less than, I don't know, 12 hours from now. And I'm still working. I was stressed out so much today. I went to uni. I had to print off all the designs that I could. First, I printed off two batches of designs, different designs. I wish I could feel that I've achieved something, but I'm still so stressed out that I'm kind of just like I've got tunnel vision on just trying to get as many things as I could done. And I made like the reason why I had planned on having all of my designs printed out by Thursday was that so that Friday I could spend all of that time stapling everything together, making last minute quality checks and preparing for the actual day itself without having to rush. But now, because of the way that I physically couldn't have gotten everything done by Thursday, I just couldn't do it. I had too much on my plate and I didn't prepare earlier enough. Just, you can't force art. That's the hardest part about this whole process, is the fact that because of this time crunch and I have my own life outside of the art that I've been making. It's just been I've resorted to having to, usually when I make my collages, I do it whenever I feel relaxed. I do it when I tend to go in these hyperfixation modes where the only thing I want to do is collage. It's been really interesting to find myself in a situation where I'm in the complete opposite of that, and I have to like force myself to like consciously make art in that such a short period amount of time. And the fact is I did it. Like I have 5 designs to sell. I have all the prints to sell as well, and I wish I could feel good about myself, but I'm still so stressed out over just getting everything done by tomorrow. And there are even certain things that I wish if I had more time I would feel a lot more secure about the quality of it, but I just don't have it, and it's super frustrating, but I just have to keep moving forward. But anyway, here's the Cinderella design. I'm quite proud of it personally. I'm kind of turning this design into like a bit of an interactive coloring book. So each like copy of a New Jeans coloring book design is going to be slightly different. Obviously it's got my original art in there, like here this is stuff that I've made, but there will be pages where it's just photos of them, and then the person who buys it, they're supposed to color it themselves, but I also do a little bit of my own. So that one's kind of unique and fun. Overload, for those who don't know, is an anime and manga convention, right? But slowly over the couple of years, it's kind of evolving into just anything that's like vaguely Asian adjacent culture. So that's why K-pop is sort of kind of getting in there. Obviously, like me, I don't really belong in the anime manga. What I'm trying to say is that people usually cosplay as anime and manga characters, and I came up with I wish I could show you, but it's already like laid out, so I don't want to like mess it up. But I came up with this idea of dressing up as a New Jeans member, leaning into the New Jeans aesthetic. So I'll probably show you the fit tomorrow when I'm setting up the table and everything. But I basically made this beanie with pigtails. I'm actually super excited. I came up with it at the last minute. Like my brain was really like, let's cut up this hat. I'm not really expecting a lot. Like honestly, like I was telling my sister that like if I earn like $50 from the day, that would be fun. That would be good. I often get into these spirals of like, what am I even doing? It's a bad sign because I was so excited for Overload. Like I was so excited to talk to people and sell. I actually really love tabling. That's why I spent just to do it for the 2 days. But I love tabling. I love talking to people. There's I'm a very people like oriented kind of gal, so this is like usually really exciting for me. But like the past 2 weeks have been so like hectic in terms of getting everything done that I'm kind of just being like, what's the point of art? The more I complain, the less time I'll have to put everything together into it. I've been watching all these like Artist Alley vlogs as well, and people are so organized. Like they've got like huge displays, they've got like those racks that show prints off, they've got like cute tablecloths and like hand printed signs, and I'm like, oh my god, I should be doing that. But then at the same time, I don't really want to do that either. I just want to make art. I just want to do collage. And the other thing with Overload is that usually I spend a lot of money. Like before I was tabling, I would spend so much money on stickers, and it's so funny that like the past couple of years that I've been tabling at Overload, the fact that I'm stuck in a table like means that I can't go and buy $300 worth of stickers like I used to, which is really funny. Anyway, that's enough talking. Okay, I'll probably edit this later. Bye!
시간은 흘러 이젠 여기까지 Feels bitter that we're on a separate ways Our memories faded Sometimes I think of you 너 없이 뭔가 좀 공허해 난 날이 무뎌지는 그 감각에 어느새 집중돼 Lost but we found out to be found 광진대교 건너면서 든 생각 없어 맘에 드는 사람 넌 나만이 컸어 그냥 뒀어 외로운 그 맘은 불 붙여 지활과 탄을 붓고 서서히 태가네 자리 밑 주저앉아 순식간에 지나가 시간 그냥 what's up 후회할 순 없어 어지러워 외청 여러 마음들 흩어져
Hi, Rain. Yes, getting on that grind. Say hi. Thank you for dropping us off. Thank you for dropping me off as well. I need to get it. Yes. Can you see it, guys? Can you see it? Can you see it, guys? Can you see it, guys? Can you see it? So cute. Okay, that's day one of overload done. So I just came home maybe half an hour ago. I had a lot of friends come over and say hi. Some people that I haven't seen in a long time were at overload, and they happened upon my table and was like, "Oh my gosh, you're here." I didn't realize. So that was also really good. Tired. I slept at 5:30 a.m. last night. It wasn't even like a proper sleep. It was literally I took a nap in between. I had finished everything, or like I had done everything as much as I could the night before, and then I slept at 5:30, and then I woke up at like 8:45, and I honestly think it went pretty well. I just wish that like I was more present for it. Like obviously I felt bad like about my art. But I think like the more I spoke to people, not just the attendees but the other artists as well, and just really nice. It was good. I decided to leave a little bit early, so I was planning on like staying for the full day. But then by 4:30, I started to feel really. Basically, we left, and me and my sister went to print off more signs. I didn't even sell that many of my stock, but I didn't have a lot of the New Jeans coloring book sign. So I was like, okay, I'll just print off a couple more copies just to be safe in case something incredible happens the next day. Because I had heaps of copies of the other signs that I made, but it was the New Jeans sign that was kind of doing semi-well. I say that, but really I sold 3 copies as opposed to like 1 or 2 of the other of the Taylor Swift and the Harry Styles sign. And like basically it totaled up to like 9 items in total that was sold today. And like I counted that as a win because obviously I'm like way out of I'm not in the right place to be in the first place. Think of it as like, oh, you're basically competing with all these other artists that are like, this is where they're supposed to be, and I'm literally like so out of place. I've had people who remembered me from past artist alleys come up to me and was like, I remember you, you're the scrapbooking girl. And I'm like I don't know, I think it's just because I was so stressed out over this. It was like insane how the creative process that is usually a really relaxing time for me to like make art and like take my time with it had to be like sped run, and I had to make so many shortcuts that I normally wouldn't make just because I have this deadline to make. And for it to kind of result in this is like means a lot, but even now I'm still too tired to like really feel the warmth of it. And the fact that I had so many of my friends come and support me, it was just like really meaningful to see them get excited over to see me, and it like made me so much more happier to have been there. If I wasn't on quetiapine, I think I would be more emotional about this, but my meds are doing their job in keeping me in check because I can't afford to be too emotional right now. I still have a bunch of stuff to go through. I had like a to-do list. Here was my table number. This was really smart. Like I don't remember if they've given this something like this last year, but it like you can fold it into a thing and it like sits at your desk like that. I think it's really cute. Here is the map. I saved one because I wanted to cut out the part where it says my name and stick it in my journal. Haul. Okay. I didn't really have a lot of time to go out and buy my own stuff, and also I kind of tried to practice self-restraint because I really need to save up money for my trips. I'm going to the Philippines in July, and I have another trip to Taupo with my friends, and I really want to go to Wellington sometime in September, August. Usually I'm very indulgent, and I probably will buy a little bit more tomorrow. So I bought this candle. I love candles. This pin. So my seatmate, I actually made friends with her. I like to think that she enjoyed chatting with me, but I basically sat next to this girl and I was like, hi, what's your name? And then we just chatted. I'm a very talkative person. People maybe mistake it for a friendliness. And I like to think I am friendly, but I think I just really love to chat and fill the silence. And anyway, I got this from her. Like, it was so funny because she was talking. I was like facing her and I was trying to introduce myself. And then my eye caught this badge from her display, and I was like, sorry, can I get that? But she was really sweet and she was nice to talk to. And then I also bought this print. I was literally doing my best to like not look at anything I do not see, because the minute I see it, I would want it and buy it. And like my impulse control is like already so bad. So every time I needed to get from one place to the other, I would speed walk. Like the less I see, the better. But this was one of those times where I allowed myself to browse and I couldn't stop thinking about this. She was also really lovely. I don't know if I have any room in my room to put it up, but I bought it anyway. Just dump all of this out. Because I also grabbed a bunch of business cards. This one's really cute. I got another one for my sister because she likes sunflowers. And I thought this was really cute. So I got one for me and one for her. It's just like a little thank you for coming. And then these guys are from the same person. Got my friends other stickers because they said that they weren't gonna come. And I was like, oh, I'll just get you something because I feel bad that you can't physically come because of an emergency. So I went and got them something that I thought they would like, and they ended up coming. I really like this rainbow one. That's for me. And then this small cat one is for my friend Josie because she was trying to adopt a cat and it got snatched up before she had a chance to like apply for the adoption. And I was like, well, you can't get a real cat, so I'll get you a fake cat. And then this girly pop is really cute. And then I love this one, Good Soup. I just thought it was cute. Oh yeah, this is her. Mellow Draws. Is it focusing? This is the girl that I sat next to, Jessie Huang. Oh yeah, she's the girly who made this. So for those, I know her username, but I don't have a business card, but I got these from her. And she's really sweet. She left a comment on my Overload vlog last year, and I finally met up with her in person, so that was really nice. These are so cute. I don't play Stardew Valley, but like chickens are just really funny. I've always wanted to buy some new necklaces, and this one was really cute. It says, it's supposed to say slay. Alright, you have to take my word for it. Oh, this is the other girl who I sat next to. I haven't bought anything from her, but I just took her Instagram, her business card. And then when I tried to go and follow her, I was like, oh, I already follow you. I don't know why I'm so emotionally more struggling with this year's Overload than any other time I've been. I think it's really just like the timing of it. I had realized because last year's Overload happened in October and it wasn't supposed to be in October. It was slated to be in April of that year. They had postponed it because of COVID. And thinking about it now, if they hadn't rescheduled it for October, I probably wouldn't have would have been doing the same thing I'm doing right now, which is struggling to make stuff and rushing to get everything done. But it also explains how I felt like I didn't have enough time because I barely had, like, from October to April, that's like less than a year of prep. You know what I mean? Like, and considering that I've been busy with like work and school and the YouTube channel and just like life in general, there was no way that I could have done anything else aside from like the outcome. And like I'm trying to like reassure myself that this is the best outcome that could have happened. You know, like I was able to keep up as much as I could, and like there was no physical way I could have done anything better. And that's it. I'm praying that the good vibes continue. By the way, my sister came, dropped us off, and it was really nice. And we had like me and my sister, when she dropped us off, we had this like really like organic brainstorming session because I was just talking about how my older sister basically inspired the Cinderella design. What happened is that this was originally a bigger piece, like a standalone piece, and I like made it with her in mind. Like I was making this, I was like, oh, I'll probably give this out to Duwata. Cinderella's her like her favorite, like her childhood favorite Disney princess, and we all love Taylor Swift. And then I was like, I couldn't stop thinking about love story. Like, it's a love story, baby, just say yes. Just marinated in my mind for ages. And then when I was preparing for Overload, I was like, why don't I just go full on with this? And I had heaps of like Cinderella storybooks that I thrifted from secondhand shops. Basically, in the car, we were like, ooh, what about like different pop stars for different Disney princesses? What about like Ariel and Miley Cyrus, or Belle from Beauty and the Beast with another pop star? Basically what I just did with Taylor Swift. I wrote like a dedication page in my sister's own physical copy, like her special copy, like from River to Atadiwata. I was like, what should I like? I should have like a special message, and I couldn't think of one. I spent like a good amount of time thinking about like a Taylor Swift related message, but then I came up with the perfect one, and it was Cinderella, Taylor's version. I was so proud of that idea, and I was like, well, you could do that with all the Disney princesses. The Little Mermaid, Taylor's version. Beauty and the Beast, Taylor's version. Frozen, Taylor's version. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I think I'm getting a headache because I didn't really drink a lot of water today. And I didn't eat a lot of food either. Oh my god, okay. Yeah. Oh, sorry. The other thing was, I was gonna try and see if I can collage more original pieces and sell them, because like obviously it's a good thing when people buy my prints, more money for me. But the other thing is that like when people buy an original print, like that original print is gone. Like I don't have other copies of that. So like the more people buy, the less I'll have to display in my like table. So that's why I wanted to see if I can make some more before I go to sleep. But I'm going to force myself to sleep at 10 p.m. Like I need to be in bed by 10 p.m. or 11 maximum, but like did my best to kind of emulate the new jeans style, and then tomorrow I'll try again. I was thinking this denim skirt with this denim jean jacket, and I was also planning on wearing my beanie because that beanie is too cute to not wear more than once. And I found that this keychain coin purse was actually super handy. It has all my cards in them. So I wanted to use I really wanted to have like something with belt loops to tie this in as well. Yeah, okay. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, and I'll try to vlog a little bit more B-roll during that time as well. I'll see you later. Wow, the sea that we saw. Get it? The sea, the we saw. Okay. Going home. Okay. There we go. Oh. Yes. Yes. Ah.
transition.
Day 2 is over. Overload is done and dusted for 2023. Isn't that incredible? Third year of doing Overload, and wow. I think this is the most fun I've had in the 3 times that I've gone as an artist, at least. I was able to make friends with the people I was sitting next to, and it was just really a wonderful time. Like, obviously in the past, I've also chatted with lots of different people, whether they were attendees or artists who came by my table, or whether I came to their table. Friendly community. But I think because I had 2 full days of talking to people, I definitely felt the difference that those 2 days make in terms of the connections and the friendships I was able to develop over those 2 days. In the beginning, I was so stressed out, and I was thinking like, my god, I'm not gonna do Overload anymore. I'm like stressed out, like I'll take a break, a year off, just to like recuperate. Like, now that I've actually finished Overload, I'm like, oh god, I can't wait for the next one to come. It was just such a fun experience. Thing is, like, I was complaining so much in the beginning of like being sick of making art, like even though I love it, like I was just like putting myself through the ringer and stuff. But now that I'm like, now that the pressure's off, I really want to make more art. I'm glad I got proven wrong. I'm glad I had a really positive experience, and I'm glad I met so many new people. Yesterday I sold 9 items, and today I sold 10, and it was so funny because like yesterday I left a little bit early, and so today I was like, I'll stay until the very end, and my sister was like, I'll leave when you want to leave. And I'm like, I was really skeptical of whether or not somebody was gonna come at the last minute and buy an item. Like, what is half an hour gonna make a difference of if it's already as dead as this? And then I was like, no, I want to stay until the very end so that I can say that I stayed until like 6 p.m, like 10 a.m to 6 p.m, like for the entire time. And because of that, at like 5:50 p.m, this girl came up and was like, oh my gosh, I love your art, can I buy this one? So that decision to wait until the very last end minute was a difference between like just one extra sale more compared to yesterday's sale. At the very end, this was so interesting. I think this was like, I finally felt like I was part of like the artist community. Like, obviously, like I've been doing a few of these already, but something about this, at the end there was a table. I saw my table mate going in from her table to the others, and I was like, oh, where are you going? I'm like, oh, there's a table where you can drop off your stuff for free, and people can take you can take whatever you want from there as well. I'm like, oh, okay. So I took a Zine, and then I would have put more in, but like my sister like stopped me. I tend to like devalue my art. Like, I would sell one thing for like $6, and she'd be like, you should have sold that for 8 or 10 or 7. And I'm like, oh. So I put mine in, and I got stuff as well. Anyway, so but like that experience of like all these artists like giving each other free stuff that day, like that moment was like, wow, this is really cool that I got to see this. Like, obviously nobody else gets to see that side of Overload because it's just a uniquely artist alley experience. This girl who was from the New Zealand Music Commission, her line of work was literally about musicians and how to support them, and I was like, yo, did you know that I'm an ethnomusicology major? And then there was this other girl who knew me from my university club, K-pop Planet, and no, it was just really like the best like experience ever. I'm so happy that I've done it this year. It really paid off. Like, I put myself through just to make the art, but it was really like all these experiences that made up for it. Like, I continue to chase after, but I'll just do the haul portion of this part, and I'll try my best to like basically list all their social media links in the camera, so you can pause if you want to look. But I don't think they need any promotion from me. I'm like very realistic about my audience. So this person, Control Z, I love her stuff. I bought so much of her stuff over the years. All in all, this was so good. It was all worth it. All that stress. Thank you so much for watching. This is gonna be a very long one. This is a chunky vlog. See you guys later. Oh! Say goodbye, Harold. So here is, it's supposed to be 2 pages, and then it's gonna be, I'll have to pick that up. Anyway, going to sleep at 10 a.m. What?